Back in 2012, when I did my first full distance race, I got into second place during the race and I thought I was going to win it at one point. I thought, wow, if I've got fifth place and I haven't even trained for this and I didn't really know what I was doing, I could make it as a professional. And then just took it more seriously from there onwards. The rest is history, as they say. No one would start triathlon thinking, I hate this sport, but I want to make it as a professional. Because you're tired some days and you wake up and you can't bother, like I have it all the time. But you just get it done, don't you? You know, you find a way, and that's what it really takes, you know. It's like whether or not you can find a way or whether or not you make an excuse.
Welcome to the opening ceremony for the inaugural Collins Cup. How good does it feel to say it is finally here?
Everyone was going into that full guns blazing.
I feel like Joe is probably feeling like the leftovers of the European team. Do you feel like you only have one pace, or do you think you can elevate?
They just wanted to race.
We have 36 of the world's best.
Joe Skipper!
So I'm chasing, I'm thinking of numbers in my head, you know, who's ahead of me, who's with me, how fast can they run, what can they do, what power am I holding, how much power do I reckon I can hold, when do I need to put an effort in to drop people. Then if you do end up getting to the front where it would be lonely, you're thinking how much of a lead have I got, who's behind me, how quick can they run. The fact people are shouting at you, you know, there's always support on the course, so you've got them motivating you. You're trying to get splits, find out what's going on behind. Then I have to think about what power I'm holding, how long do I have to hold it. Oh, I've managed to get rid of them, right, how much of a gap have I got? If it comes to the end and I might not have dropped them, right, how can I save some energy and maybe take my chances on the run?
Who wins match number 12 and brings to a close the Collins Cup. With outstanding success here in Chamarin, and he's telling us so. Yes, oh, steady on there.
I think he's happy, Phil.
Yeah, that was a bit gutting that he came past me. To be honest, when Jackson came past, I think that actually there's been a lot of respect between the two of us. It was so close between us, you know, I had a lead on him and he said he had to dig deep, and I think like after the race he was like, wow, like I had to dig deep to catch me. You know, it was disappointing, but you know, when someone beats you and they're better on the day, you just got to applaud them, haven't you, know, at the end of the day, and you've just got to hand it to them. I wasn't down about it, you know, he was better than me. I thought I need to get better so I don't get beaten again, you know, I just need to train harder. I just use it to see where I can improve, what I need to do, and trying to get better going forwards. But sometimes you've just got to look at it as a job. If I was working 9 to 5, you couldn't just wake up one morning, feel tired and ring your boss up and say, I'm not going in today, I feel tired, I'm going to have a couple of hours kip, could you? You know, you show up, don't you? When we're training, there's different people that come, and they'll come to like 1 or 2 sessions, maybe 3 sessions, then you won't see them for like 2 months or 6 weeks. About 30 different people that I've trained with, 40 different people on a regular, semi-regular basis in Norwich, a local town, but none of them stick to it like regularly, like, you know, come to the sessions. They'll just miss it and they'll be inconsistent, but that's what it really takes, is the consistency, and that's the hard bit. You've just got to think of the bigger picture. Like, do you want to win the races and, you know, get good results, or do you want to be like average or, you know, get terrible results? But it's just showing up day in, day out. What will the others be doing? You know, they're not going to be missing their training, are they? And you can see the videos what Lionel Sanders is doing. You know, that guy's 110% committed. Sam Long, all his training's online.
When you're fit, you're fit. That's all there is to say about it.
Them guys don't miss the training, you know, and if you don't put the work in, there's no way you're going to beat them. I was just using that as motivation. There's no one training session that's going to win a race, it's the whole build-up. And at the end of the day, if you're doing a certain type of training session, if it's a tempo threshold, There's no one session fixes all, otherwise we'd all be world champions, wouldn't we? Because we'd all know the secret code. I remember when I was training for Chattanooga, I did Ironman Switzerland, I got second, and I had a really good run, best run of my career, but I got beaten and I was really disappointed by that. I had another Ironman in 3 weeks after that because I decided to sign up for it because I wanted to have another crack. In that next 10 days when I got back, because I did 10 days of really hard training, and I was just thinking about getting beaten and I didn't want it to happen again. And I was just counting down the days. 9 days to go, 8 days. And then once I got down to 0, and I was like, I'm so pleased that I've done this training, you know. I'd done it to the best of my ability. I knew I'd done everything I could take. And yeah, managed to get great 10 days training. I was so pleased when I got it done, then I managed to win the race. When you win, it's a great feeling, but you know, you want to try and do it again. I did used to think like it would be amazing to win, you'd kind of sit on your laurels and you'd celebrate it, but I think it's more the process. You never really like sit on it for too long. Oh, it was great, that plan worked, but now I want to see if I can win another one. I mean, I always try and celebrate them now, especially on the night, you know, or the day after, you know, because I think you've got to like live in the moment a bit. You want it to feel something special.
Tried to get a red wine and ended up getting sherry.
Yeah.
You've got to celebrate your wins because you never know when the last one might happen, do you, as well? Like I remember, like I've heard that people say that before, you know, you might get injured, you know, you might never find that form again. So I always kind of try and like celebrate it and think, you know, this could be the last one. But you've got to enjoy it as well. Like if you don't enjoy it, then obviously you're not going to want to be the best you can be at whatever, you know. But if you enjoy it and you love doing it, you're going to try and be better, aren't you, at it? Because it doesn't feel like you're really trying, you know. You enjoy it, so that's what you want to spend your time doing. If you look at my last couple of Ironman races this year, I mean, Switzerland I made the front pack, Chattanooga I was only a minute behind the front swimmer at the water, so you know, I'm working hard on my swim, I'm seeing the best times I've ever seen. They should hope that they up their game because I've definitely been up in my game. Everyone's beatable.
Do you think Jan is unbeatable?
If people think that he's unbeatable, then they should be ashamed of themselves because there's no way someone's unbeatable. You've all got to swim, you've all got to bike, and you've all got to run. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. I know when I raced Kona in 2019, I was nowhere near as good as what I am now. I've been training hard. I'm in the best form I've ever been, but we just haven't had a chance to do it.
Don't turn around now, 'cause it won't go away.
So in May, I'm going for the win in that race.
My side is slow.
I don't think that anyone's unbeatable in that race.
Just another cause. My thoughts are primal.
I can't wait for May. I'm going there for the win, I ain't messing around. And if you look at any sport, there's always been the top guys. Someone's going to beat them at some time. And there's no reason why it can't be you. You've only got one shot. You know, it'd just be great to sit down when you've like retired from sport and you've got your kids and you can like say, what was it like winning that race? Or, you know, that's so and so won that race. You follow the guys now like Mark Allen, Dave Scott.
And they will reflect back on this 5 years from now, 10 years, 15, 20 years, where they'll say, I was in that inaugural event.
That's a legacy that lives on. It'd be great to think I've had my place in history and I was a part of it.